So, is it all true?
What have you heard already?
That illness. It thickened the bones. It accelerated the healing process and tissue regeneration. Is that all true?
Every word.
But if that's what it was doing, why call it an illness?
The Lepidopterans made a nest out of the human body where they could eat and multiply. An illness is what it is.
But then?
Where do you want me to start?
From the beginning.
I'm old, Mr. Manny. My memory is not one of my strong points.
Well, for example, why do they call you Madam Svenska?
A name is just a trace. It is our business card, our identifier. It presents us to the world. But does it tell our story or really describe who we are?
I swear I know 3 or 4 idiots with the same exact name.
Well, yes. But we are not made of that name. It is given to us. Other people choose it for us, whether it suits us or not. It doesn't tell us who we really are. That name will not give us any answers. It is only through growing old that we become the answer to the questions of our childhood. And living in Sweden the last 30 years has definitely inspired this affectionate moniker. And so, Madam Svenska, it is.
And yet you come back to Italy. Why?
Because I forgot. But I also forgot that I had promised to remember.
Tell me.
Please excuse me. Sometimes my memory needs to be jogged. There's always been a song that, as well as the name you refer to so much, has labeled my whole life, has given it a name, and it's from a name. If you can believe how bizarre and sometimes unbelievable my confused memories are to describe that all this began.
Say goodbye, hearty flush from my eye. If you leave me, sure you miss me. If you fly, you lose something in the sky. Come on, let's dance. We don't have any chance. Give me a kiss, so you know what you're gonna miss. If you fly, you lose something in the sky. Listen to me, the romance leave us free. For me it's to be taking care of you fly, you lose something there.
Yes, hello. I'm Dr. Reed from the Santa Margarita Institute.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Felton is no longer a patient.
I know. This is why I'm here. Hello? Anyone? Good evening.
Miss Reed, you already told me at the intercom, and as I already told you, Mr. Felton is no longer a patient at the Cinematicas Institute.
I came here voluntarily, outside the Institute.
So what do you want?
I am personally re-examining your case. Causes, reagents. I strongly believe there are alternative ways and probably other experiments that are worth a try. I am fighting with the Institute to recognize there are other adequate remedies for your husband's pathology.
Oh, no, please. I'm just assisting him. I'm his nurse.
I didn't know.
It's okay. I suppose you want to talk to him.
Thank you.
I apologize for the darkness, but Mr. Felton's sight has been damaged and immensely compromised because of the disease. Anyway, I am Gloria. Oh, and please, refrain from smoking inside. Mr. Felton hates the smell of smoke.
Sorry.
Do you believe in God, miss?
Well, it would be too easy, wouldn't it? I believe in people's willpower. Everything else is not God, but an aptitude or mankind's cruelty.
This is the kind of fairy tale I prefer at my age. When you're worn out from an incurable disease, you start having some doubts. Why is there so much life in such small but lethal creatures? An arbiter, that's all we need.
For what? It's wrong and crazy. It's human nature.
That same nature in which we are equals to those ants eating each other. But, pardon me, I forgot my manners. Please, sit down. Dr. Reed, I suppose?
Sorry, Mr. Felton. Pleased to meet you.
So you already met Gloria?
Yes, she let me in.
She's a great reference, extremely hardworking, but back to us. I don't recall seeing beautiful doctors like you at the Institute, Dr. Reed.
I am flattered, Mr. Felton. I arrived at the Institute just a few months after you left. And you left because?
Inadequacy of the sanitary treatments within the structure.
That's right. And in a few words?
In a few words, they didn't know how to treat my case, and they left me there to die.
But it seems that other issues took over.
I once or twice refused to go through exams.
Mr. Felton, is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, Gloria, yes. See if Dr. Reed needs anything.
Oh, no.
May I offer you a cup of tea or coffee? Espresso?
No, thank you.
As you wish. How about you, Mr. Felton?
No, thank you. I'll keep entertaining our guest. You can go now.
You're diagnosed? 1958?
Yes, indicatively. Some friends and I contracted the disease while traveling to Egypt, and it got worse.
In addition to the disease, the first exam showed some inconsistency. Some hormonal deficiency? Overdose of non-prescribed drugs, opiates? Phenoxyl? Wasn't it recalled in the mid-60s?
Doctor, don't you think that nowadays there are ways to obtain drugs without any prescription?
I believe so. According to your file, you still receive your disability pension. Even better, it seems that the beneficiary is your wife, Ariana Gallo.
Exactly. She's the one who takes care of me when Gloria is off.
How about your daughter?
My daughter? Celeste has never come back home.
Disappeared. She was adopted, am I right?
The investigators confirmed that she intentionally left. They never suspected a kidnapping since there was no ransom request.
How about Weeman? Wasn't he a suspect?
A flash in the pan, and idiot who brought confusion by sending warnings and threats.
And her birth parents?
Dr. Reed, young girls often decide to just go. And this is what my daughter decided to do.
Jennifer.
What did you say?
At times, you'd call her Jennifer.
No, my
Mr.
daughter...
Felton, what has really happened to your daughter?
I just told you.
How about the off-the-record version?
I am not sure where you're trying to go with this, but I won't tolerate... I don't have the strength for this now.
I know you've been trying to forget her, but this picture might help you to.
What is this? Where did you get this picture?
Isn't she your daughter? Celeste, or has you called her? Jennifer?
I asked you a question.
Back of the picture says Jennifer.
There is no Jennifer!
You thought I was stupid, didn't you, Mr. Felton? Do you really think I'd come here without knowing what I'm talking about?
Who are you, and why did you come here? Did you come to my home to threaten me with your condescending
Threatening
tone?
you? So maybe I should ask your wife then.
She's not home.
Seems like she is.
Mr. Felton, I just talked to the director of the Institute on the phone. They have never heard of Dr. Reed. She is not what she claims to be.
Well, Miss Reed, if that is your real name, your time here has ended. Please, leave my property. Miss Gloria will escort you out.
Please follow me.
Mr. Felton, please, tell me what you did to your daughter!
Good evening.
Follow me.
Mr. Felton.
You know the way. How do you even...
How do I do what?
How do you even sleep at night? You use people's lives regardless of the pain you cause. The Feltons have been through a lot. And they are good people.
Gloria, a young girl disappeared.
We all know the story, unfortunately. A burden that the Feltons will have to carry for the rest of their lives. Celeste just left them.
If that was the case, there was a motivation behind it. And it threatened her life. Mrs. Felton. Are you here?
This goodbye will be the chance to reach my land for each and then a whole new world.
Please, Mrs. Felton. God.
Mesmerism session with drug injection. Patient is Richard Felton. Mr. Felton, I remind you that you were sedated with a dose of phenoxyl and submitted to the constant swing of the metronome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Breathe deeply. Keep your eyes on the metronome.
I can't follow.
Stay calm. Keep control of yourself. We are here for you, Mr. Felton. What day were you born?
February 16th.
Can you tell me which day today is, or your wife's name?
Ariana. We're in March, I think. I don't remember. I can't remember.
That's normal. It's part of the mesmerism process. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the metronome. You are now in oblivion. What is the first thought that comes to you?
Celeste. On the swing. Happy.
Celeste. Can you see her? Keep visual contact.
I see her back. She's still swinging. She can't hear me. Why doesn't she hear
Mr.
me?
Felton, keep calm. What you see is not material. It's a reflection of your subconscious.
It's my entire fault. I knew this would happen. That she would escape. We were supposed to protect her so that they wouldn't find her.
Who are they?
But I never thought she'd come back.
Do you mean Celeste came back after she disappeared?
She wasn't my little girl. No, she wasn't Celeste. She was Jennifer.
Mr. Felton, who are you talking about? Who's Jennifer?
When my father came back in 1930, it was like he was dead. No physical wounds, just broken inside. He changed. I have never liked or loved him very much, but the man that came back from Ethiopia was far from being the man that once left us. He came back to himself pretty quickly, but not how I wanted.
Mr. Felton, were you abused by your father?
Oh, no, never. He was a good man. Very strict, yes. A monster, but not that kind of monster. He never touched me. I was a disappointment to him. A wimp.
Never touched my daughter.
Do you think your daughter's disappearance is related to your relationship with your father?
She should have never been born. My father, he hurt me to prevent me from her.
Is this why you came here, Doctor? I hope you found what you were looking for. I tried to warn you. You should have listened. Is it really worth it to put yourself into this story? Stop, you bitch! Some things die and stay dead forever. Other things die and just linger in time.
Sir, sooner or later, everyone will find out the truth.
I already told you the truth. My daughter left us just one afternoon. We never saw her again.
Fucking liar! You said that she came back, didn't you?
You don't understand. You have no idea of what I've been through. The pain.
And didn't you think of the pain your daughter's been through?
Oh no, Celeste was the only bond between my wife and I. Our marriage was more of a business deal than love. It was one of those arranged marriages where only the parents-in-law love each other.
This has nothing to do with your daughter.
On the contrary, it has everything to do with her. After she disappeared, Ariana and I were divided.
But you said you were protecting Celeste. From who?
It's more than you can handle, miss, and you would not understand.
It's true. I might not be able to understand. But right now, I believe Celeste decided to leave because she was terrorized by your morbid intentions.
No, it's not true.
And yet, sometime later, she comes back home to the lion's
It's
den.
not true. One afternoon, she knocked on the door. I couldn't believe it. She was there. But it wasn't Celeste. It was Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Then you came in. God bless you. And thanks to you, I finally realized that Jennifer was to blame for my pain, my disease. I could not let her go away again. So one night I slipped into her bedroom, and there she was, tempting me. I could not let her hurt us again.
No. Can't be.
And yet, you saw her body. I had to. I didn't have any other choice.
Disgusting. Murderer. You're a murderer.
Oh, God, forgive me. Forgive me. I was just following her orders. You came to us to free us from evil.
Oh, God.
You want to kill me.
Express their solidarity with the victims. The responsible authorities are trying to make light of what has happened. Now let's go to the report. Todas. A phone line repairman was attacked this morning in an underground car park. Surveillance cameras show a blonde woman in suit with an elegant, innocent air about her who approached the man with the pretext of lighting a cigarette. No danger to you. The woman then attacked the man, wounding his head. The wanted person, aged between 30 and 40, then browsed through the man's briefcase containing confidential information about the users who asked for the phone line to be repaired. She stole the van and started driving to an unknown destination, leaving the man unconscious. The authorities are now checking for any evidence that the woman might be looking for a particular address. Although the man is now out of danger, he has suffered lesions and a concussion and has been admitted to a hospital nearby. A few hours ago, the authorities provided an identikit of a woman based on the victim's description. We invite you to contact us if you find yourself in the presence of this woman, or if you have seen a suspicious
Who are you?
I hope you'll forgive me for before, but you mustn't touch my things. My things are mine. You mustn't.
That photo in the loft. What happened to that door?
Richard made it disappear. He doesn't want anyone to go in.
What do you mean?
That door no longer exists. There is now a wall behind the fireplace.
A fireplace?
There, you're gonna find what you're looking for.
shit! Where the hell am I? They can't be the same person. Same. Jennifer? Jennifer Richardine Felton. Split personality? Unhealthy upbringing by deceased father.
I was a disappointment to him. A wimp.
Overdose of hormones and testosterone.
I once or twice refused to go through exams.
This is why he wouldn't go further through exams. They would have understood. Now I understand why he was obsessed with his growing daughter, and why he started calling her Jennifer. She was everything his father never wanted him to be. Jennifer. Damn elevator! Oh no, please!
Hello? Anybody here?
Hey, Gloria? I'm here! I'm here! Please help me!
Miss Reed, what on earth is going on?
Be careful! They're armed!
Who are you talking about?
Him and his damn psychopath!
Okay. I'm calling the police.
Yes! Do it now! Hey, wait! Are you still here?
I am. Stay calm.
Please, don't leave me!
Listen to me. Go to the infirmary on the first floor. I'm the only one who holds the key. We'll wait for the police to gather there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So what happened?
Oh, Gloria, please, close the door!
What's going on?
Close this damn door! Oh, God,
Now calm
no.
down. Tell me what happened.
Oh, my God.
Please, I'm here now. Can you hear me?
Can't believe.
Oh my, your heart is going to explode.
No.
Calm down, please. You have to take something. Where is the... I don't have any idea what happened, but now you're making me anxious.
Mr. Felton killed his wife, ripped her apart, but he still believes he killed his daughter.
God, I can't believe it. They always slept in separate rooms. Their marriage was a disaster. Disgusting. Even though Ariana knew about Richard's past, or Jennifer. But this...
You also knew?
Of course I knew, but I would have never imagined that...
And you didn't do anything? You indulged it. You kept on supporting his barbaric experiences, the mesmerism, the phenoxyl, everything else.
I know that his disease, his personal matters, or the disappearance of his daughter made him a killer. I knew the cure wasn't going anywhere. It was more of a necessity. An addiction.
An addiction?
It doesn't make much difference how we call it. We don't choose our cure or our vice. They are the ones that rule. Don't you smoke?
Are we seriously talking about this?
No. I'm just saying that I knew about his bad habits. As his nurse, I knew how unorthodox and how inefficient they were, but that doesn't make me his accomplice.
We have to go. They'll be here any minute now.
Is there anyone with Mr. Felton?
Some kind of weird red nun.
The one from the painting? Here, in the house? We have to stay here. Leaving now is out of the question. There are bars and the windows and doors. We're blocked. Here, drink this.
What is this?
It's just to slow your heartbeat down.
Did you also know that Celeste came back and left again?
I didn't want to believe it. He kept on saying it. He saw his Jennifer in everything. And I would even be Jennifer to him at times. Richard suffered from his father's anger. A crazy, lunatic psychopath.
Split personality. Forced to live as a man against her will. All her life. It's not surprising this happened. The police are on their way?
Of course. I called them a little while ago.
Gloria, how did you get in? The doors and windows have bars. We're trapped inside. Until now, I've had your keys. Your keys. You left them there on purpose until I found them.
I know who you really are.
Trap me.
I missed you a lot, sister. A child's dreaming in REM phase. With open wings, a moth is the blaze. And when his mother screamed that much, a blood-red death bestowed its touch.
Why did you come here? Who is my daughter Celeste for you? What the hell are you? No, impossible.
Send her away.
Some days when my thoughts are clear,
I could even recognize which are my picture and which ones are my daughters.
but this horrible sensation, I am living everything again. My father back home, that forces me to dress, speak, live as Richard.
I was Jennifer.
I thought I'd forgotten everything with time. The more Celeste grew, the more I remembered who I was, who I could have been. So, without knowing, I started calling her Jennifer. I was obsessed. She liked it when I called her Jennifer. And she left. Why did she come back? I would have to stop her once and for all. For me. For my father.
Stop. Just shut up. I told you already. Stop talking or I'll cut your tongue off.
This goodbye will be the chance to reach my life.
hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Stop moving! Stop moving! Oh, here you are.
What did you do? Why? You're fucking sick! Oh, God. No. No! No!
Follow the swing! Don't stop looking at it!
You're fucking sick! You poisoned your brain with all of your bullshit! You are sick murderers!
Listen to me, bitch! You think I didn't see what you were hiding in your pretty purse? You wanted to drug me, make me blind, right? Just like the old times. I loved you. I trusted you. You were one of us. But you don't deserve to be. I survived not once, but 2 times.
Sorry.
Ah! You're not my sister anymore. Listen, who doesn't live can't remember. What kind of life is it to suffer that way? You deserve peace.
No. Mr. Felton, please don't listen to her!
She is Jennifer. She is your daughter. She represents everything you couldn't have. It was taken from you. And now, she's in front of you.
This is how you killed your wife, Mr. Felton!
Listen to me.
Don't listen to her!
You failed the other times, but you can't
Rosemary.
now. She can't
We
escape.
met this afternoon.
You know how to end
Do you
this.
remember?
You know what you have to do.
I gave you that picture. When you were a little girl. Remember? I told you I could have helped you. Help you find a cure. Oh no. Oh, Mr. Felton!
Everything.
No! Please. I beg you. Stop. No! No!
Need to see, to know where you are hiding. You breathe. I could stretch my arm out and choke you. I can feel it. You're close. here. I can't be looking that great. This isn't how I wanted to die. I didn't want it to be like this.
I should never have come here. It's all my fault.
It would have happened anyway. They didn't give a damn about the disease. They only used it to improve the phenoxyl. The moths were the final piece for the cure, and to show the world how much they were worth. They had noticed how moths were acting on Felton after he caught the disease in Egypt in 58. Oh, he deserved it. We were all test animals at the plantation. They used us. They made us believe we had been touched by the hand of God, giving us the disease as a sign. But then trouble came. The eyes burning, the bandage, the horrible pain in the head.
All of this? Just forget. Phenoxyl was created as an antipsychotic drug for war veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. To forget the horrors. As the father who ruined his daughter's life, forcing her to live as a man. Felton is just like all of us. He was a victim. He could only count on the results of the experiments at the plantation when they withdrew the drug from the market because of its crazy side effects.
Wyman, that fucking bastard, synthesizing parasites and mixing them with the drug, only showed him he could do better. That it was possible to modify and control memories, our memories. But we were only able to control the moths and be sick, very sick. And those damn memories would come up again, sooner or later.
Now I understand. Felton always told the truth. He just wanted to protect Celeste. From all of this. From himself. From his Jennifer. The sessions were for her to just forget. Forget everything forever. And he was the one to push her to leave.
And eventually, she did. She ran away.
But I still have unanswered questions.
It's not too late. This is not your end yet.
It may be the end of everything. And maybe we're already dead. And neither of us knows it.
I'm not the one who is crazy here.
Maybe we both are.
You could have been one of us.
No, I couldn't have.
Yes, you could have, sister. But I could never forget that day. Oh, the screams, the flames. How could you?
You wanted to propagate it as a sign of God. This was not a gift. This was not from God. It was fucking stupid science. And those two things have never been compatible.
We believed it. It's true, and we were wrong. But you left us there to die.
I don't know. I don't remember. I can't remember. It's all confusing enough. I don't...
It's over now. No, I don't want to die rotting in hatred. I've hated all my life. I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter who you were, what we were.
you are what you have become. Look at yourself.
I am nothing like this. This is all just farce. Discount store garbage.
You know, now I remember when I was young and I would lie on the grass. Oh, I loved doing this. I would stay for hours staring at the emptiness and seeing myself somewhere else where I could go far away. And now, all these memories hurt. Oh, it hurts so much. Why can't we just forget? Why do we have to remember?
Because that is how we save our memories from oblivion.
She is still alive. You will find her. I know you will find her on top of the world.
What?
If God is real, I hope he is made of this love. I hope you will both forgive me one day.
I already have.
Bad habit.
Smoking.
Forgiveness.
What was in the bag? What did she find?
A goodbye. A goodbye that spoke of hope.
Hope? Do you mean to say that, despite everything, she was not resigned to the idea of finding her?
No. Not at all.